There's a big myth about retirement, that once you stop working, you've made it. But the truth is, retirement isn't just a destination, it's a spectrum. And where you fall on that spectrum can mean the difference between barely scraping by and building a legacy that lasts generations. You see, there are levels to retirement wealth. Some people are surviving, some are stable but anxious, and others are thriving, funding their dreams, family, and have freedom without a second thought. So here's the question most people never stop to ask. Which level are you at? And even more important, what would it take to move up a level or two? If you're new here, my name is Danny Perro, Senior Investment Advisor at CG Wealth Management. Today, I'm breaking down the 6 levels of wealth in retirement, a framework I use with clients to help them understand where they are, what's working, and what needs to change. And if you're serious about living well in retirement, this is the conversation you don't want to skip. Level 1, financial survival. This is the most vulnerable level of retirement, and unfortunately, it's more common than most people think. At this stage, retirees are completely reliant on government benefits like CPP, OAS, and in some cases, the Guaranteed Income Supplement. There are little to no personal savings, and any additional income, if it even exists, is minimal. Spending is focused solely on essentials, food, rent, mortgage or utilities, basic transportation. There's no room for extras, no vacations, no gifts, no upgrades, even small financial surprises, a dental bill, a car repair, an increase in rent can throw the entire month into disarray. There's often a sense of financial anxiety that never really leaves you. You're not planning long term, because survival mode focuses you to think short term. And here's the hardest part. Many people in this stage don't realize they're here until they're already in it. They have assumed a pension, government benefit would be enough, only to realize too late that the numbers just don't add up. But even from this level, there's opportunity. With the right strategy, it's possible to build stability and reclaim a sense of control. Level 2, basic stability. At this level, life feels a little more manageable. You're still primarily dependent on fixed income sources like CPP, OAS, and perhaps a small pension. But you've also got a modest buffer. Maybe you've paid off your home. Maybe you've got some small RSP or savings in a TFSA. Essential living costs are covered, and you're no longer in constant crisis mode. But there's not a lot of breathing room. You can't afford your lifestyle, and it's a very contained lifestyle. You might treat yourself to the occasional dinner out or a short domestic trip, but there's a voice in the back of your head asking, can I really afford this? And that's the defining feeling of this stage, caution. You're okay for now, but you're constantly aware of how close you could be to slipping backward. Inflation, healthcare expenses, market volatility, any of these could disrupt your financial balance. The good news is, if you're here, you've created a foundation. But the goal isn't just to avoid going backward, it's to start thinking about how to create more freedom and flexibility moving forward. Level 3, comfortable and cautious. This is where many retirees land after years of disciplined saving and smart planning. You've done a lot right. You've built multiple income streams, you've got investments working for you, and your lifestyle is no longer defined by limitations. You could travel, you can enjoy your hobbies, you could spoil the grandkids every now and then, and most importantly, you don't need to worry about every dollar. But that doesn't mean the worry is gone. There's still a level of caution, sometimes even guilt, around spending. You're constantly asking, will this trip put me off track? Should I really dip into my investments right now? What if the markets turn? You might be tracking your withdrawals closely, watching for tax impacts, maybe even reducing your spending in years when the market dips, just in case. You're financially comfortable, but emotionally, you haven't fully embraced that comfort. In this stage, confidence is often the missing piece. You're stable, but you're not fully free. The opportunity here isn't just to preserve what you've built, it's to optimize it. And that's what takes you to the next level. Level 4, financial independence. This is where the shift happens from managing to owning your retirement. At this level, your portfolio, pensions, and other income sources are more than enough to cover your desired lifestyle. You've moved beyond caution. You're no longer asking, can I afford this? You already know the answer. Your plan is clear, your strategy is working, and your money is working harder than you are. You can say yes to experiences, to opportunities, to helping family, to giving back, and you can do it with confidence. Market fluctuations don't shake your foundation. Taxes are accounted for, Income streams are diversified. But here's what really sets this stage apart. You're not guessing anymore. You're in control. You're no longer reacting to your finances. You're directing them. And what's exciting about this level is that it opens up to new possibilities. You start to think beyond just maintaining your lifestyle. You could begin to ask questions like, what kind of legacy do I want to leave? How do I protect and grow what I've built? How can I enjoy this more and worry less? This financial freedom in action and the launch pad to something even bigger. Level 5, abundance with intention. Well, this is where financial freedom becomes purposeful. At level 5, you're not just covering your lifestyle comfortably, you're shaping your retirement around your values, not just your needs. You can afford to do the things that matter to you, not just the things you need to do. This might mean extended travel, supporting your adult children, helping a grandchild with tuition, or contributing meaningful to causes you care about. But none of it feels like a sacrifice because your plan accounts for it. You're no longer managing fear, you're managing impact. Instead of asking, will I run out? You're asking, how can I give meaningfully? How do I pass on my values, not just my money? How do I make sure my wealth continues to serve a purpose, even when I'm no longer here to direct it? At this level, working with a strategic advisor becomes critical, not just to protect your wealth, but to help you structure it in a way that reflects your priorities. Trusts, tax strategies, legacy planning, these are tools to help you design your impact with precision. Level 6. Generational wealth and legacy. This is the summit. You've built more than financial security. You've built a platform for your family, your values, and your legacy to extend into the future. Retirement isn't just the end of your financial story, it's the foundation for the next chapter, even after you're gone. You're no longer thinking in years, you're thinking in decades. At this level, your estate is organized, your taxes are optimized, and your beneficiaries are clear. And your plan includes not just what you leave behind, but how it's transferred, why it's transferred, and who it's meant to serve. Maybe you've structured family trusts, maybe you've created philanthropic vehicles, maybe you've educated your children and your grandchildren about stewardship, so they're prepared not just to receive wealth, but to manage it wisely. So which level are you at? And more importantly, are you staying there? Or are you working toward something greater? Moving from one level to the next isn't just about earning more money or saving more. It's about making smarter decisions with the resources you already have. It's about structure, strategy, and knowing what's possible when you have the right plan in place. If you're ready to stop guessing and start planning for the retirement and the legacy you truly want, book a time with me using the link in the description below. Let's figure out where you are, where you're going, and how we can get you there together.